All right. What do you think about the percentage ranges of the budget being allocated to link building? What would be some good ranges? And then he says, I am referring to SEO budget, not overall marketing budget. Um, yeah, so this is going to depend a lot, I think, on like what stage, like where your website is basically, and what you need more of at that point in time. So in the very beginning of the link building of the SEO journey, do lots of. I would spend much more on content than backlinks. I'd be going pretty slow on backlinks, but you don't have to. A lot of people you can if you really know what you're doing and you really have a good budget behind you. I mean, you can start backlinking right from the very beginning, and you can start really hard. I mean, you can start with a 301 redirect. You can start building powerful backlinks immediately, and this is going to speed up everything in an insane way. Like it's
Yeah.
just the amount of time that you're going to save is very, very, very large. I mean, you're talking like saving like 6 months to a year of time. So how much is your time worth? That's something you can judge. But in general, if let's say you got kind of a smaller budget, you're not wanting to go that hard out of the gate. I would go much more heavy on content in the beginning. I would start doing backlinking from the very beginning, but be much lower percentage. It also depends like what kind of content you're getting or how you're doing it. Like, are you doing it with like AI, or are you doing like AI writers, or like how much does each article cost, right? Because if that
Yeah.
cost is very low, then you could end up still spending like almost all your budget on backlinks, just because you're not even really spending that much on content anymore because of AI.
Mm-hmm.
But decent content still costs money. Um, but yeah, it's really hard to give you like any kind of like budget range on this because yeah, it just depends on a lot. It just depends like what you need more at that point in time. Like, are you just completely lacking authority and you're not going to get anywhere else to where you want to be? Like maybe you're ranking for your low competition stuff, but now you're like, well, hey, well now I actually want my medium competition like buyer intent keywords to rank. Well, okay, at that point you need to start pumping authority, right?
Yeah.
Because then you're playing a different game at that point. You already got the content you need to get there. Let's say you got your topical authority or whatever, but now you got to beat the competition on the different level, right? On the authority level, backlink authority level. Um, yeah, I can't get I'm still like black and white, but anyway. Um,
It's fine.
Anything to add on that, Nick? I kind of went blank there.
No, I mean, yeah, like you said, it's going to be basically impossible to decide. And we've had similar questions, maybe not this exact question, but if you're looking for somebody to decide how to allocate your exact budget, it's probably not something you should really listen to. Like Chris said, it's something that you're going to touch and go on every month. I can't think of the last time that I used the exact same budget for everything. Let's say maybe month to
Yeah.
month, but at least like every 3 months, I'm going to probably change things up. Like, something's going to, maybe I've blown out content to the point where, all right, well, now it's time to really focus on, like Chris said, what I'm going to give my energy to in the form of backlink power. So yeah, things change. And really, if it's your project, you have to be analyzing what's going on, seeing what's going on in the SERP, seeing how everything's resonating. Is the content that you're putting up getting indexed? Is it starting to rank in the top 100 at least, if not, much higher than that? And then, what the competition is doing and what you're going to do from there is based on, all those variables and factors. But, as the spearhead of a project like that, it's up to you to look up what your budget is, what is currently going on with that project, and the best use of how to, utilize that budget. That's your job as the CEO of that particular project.
Yeah, you don't have to like set a percentage and like and do like the same thing every month. Like it doesn't just have to be
No.
like this even keel. A lot of times what you'll see is like, okay, like we're doing a content push. We're doing a content push and we want to publish X, X, and X clusters in the next 3 months. And like they're just going to push hard, and they're just really going to spend a lot of resource at that time, because that's like the main goal. And maybe they're still doing some link building or whatever, but it's kind of taking a back burner, right? So yeah, they're still building some links or whatever, but their main focus is really just going hard on, they want these content clusters. That's what they've decided is the thing they need the most at that point in time. And they get those content clusters out, and they're like, okay, well, now that we got all these clusters, let's do some outreach for them. Let's get some eyeballs on them. So then you start like, doing your outreach and whatnot, and building authority. So it doesn't have to always be the same. You don't have to be on this like even path the whole time. You can kind of just focus on what your main objective is at that point in time, what you think is the thing you need the most, and then the other thing can just take the back burner. But I wouldn't ever stop kind of doing both of them. Like, so even if you're doing like a big backlink push, maybe you're still at a slow speed, you're still adding some new content to the side or refreshing your old content or whatever. And then if you're doing this huge content push, then of course you can still keep slowly building some backlinks in the background. But yeah, just focus on where your priority is at that point in time. Hey everyone, thanks for watching. Be sure to check the links below for more info on this topic, as well as other cool stuff like SEO case studies, our Facebook community, and our link building services. And like always, please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks, and happy ranking.